Hello, everyone, and welcome to my happy place. I hope it becomes yours as well. Hello, my crafty friends. So today I'm going to show you how I figured out how to do these cute little typewriter type tags. And they actually open, they pull out like that. I did them in two different ways. My daughter likes this way better. So you could do them either way you wanted. It's just totally up to you which way you want to do them. So, all right, so here we go. So this is 9 inches long and it's 2.5 inches wide. And we're simply going to fold it in half, just like this, so that we have this part, right? And then we have this little insert, and it is 4 inches long, and it's just a little under 2.25, so it's probably 2 1/8, I think is what it was. But actually, it's easier, whoops, sorry, if you make it 2 inches. So we're actually going to trim this down a little bit, because when I was working with them, I ended up trimming them down just a little bit more. So we're going to trim that so that it's 2 inches. And let's do one more so that we can make them both ways here. All right, so we've got them. These two are 2 inches. Let's get rid of those. We don't need those. And we're going to fold this one in half too, because we're going to make both of these, right? Okay. And then you're going to need some kind of a die. I happen to have a die that went with another typewriter. A typewriter like die. It didn't come with this. This, by the way, is from Close to My Heart. It's called Type Note Stamp of the Month. I got it at a garage sale forever ago. It happened to have this really cool typewriter in it. There's a lot of typewriters out there, folks. Tim Holtz just came out with one that's got one on it as well. And I'm sure that's not his first, so. But yeah, that's how I got all these stamped images. And it actually came with an area to put the paper. I just cut that off because I didn't really need it. You could leave it if you wanted, and do it that way. So I've got a couple that I already stamped ahead of time just to save some time from for what we're doing here. All right, so if you don't have a square, you could use a circle. I suppose it couldn't be real big, though. It's going to have to stay in half of this. So it's, let's see, it's 4.5. So we're going to go to 2.25. And we're going to mark that actually on both of these, just so we know where the half line is. So we know where not to go above, right? And then the top one is a little trickier than the bottom one is, actually. So I just kind of did this. I want this to be along this edge here, right? But I need to know where to mark it here, where this paper would fall, really. So I'm going to mark it there so that I know where to place this when we're getting ready to cut it out on this one. The other one, it doesn't matter so much, but this one it does. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to put this down here so that it kind of meets this line and that it goes right there so that I know where to. You have to excuse this piece of tape. I've been using it over and over again. I've been using it till I can't use it anymore. And let's just run this through real quick. And there we go. And you can even, no, that won't work that way. You've got to leave it this way. Okay. So now you're going to see how that's going to, did that work? Yeah. This one I did differently. That's why it looks different. So we're not going to worry about that. But yeah, so there it goes right there. And that's where it's going to go. All right. And then the other one, we're going to, it's going to go on the bottom. Let me grab my tray here. So it doesn't really matter because this is going to go up here. So we're just going to stick this wherever we want down here. I kind of just tried to center it in a little bit and stick that there. We're going to run this through real quick. And there we go. So now we've got it cut out of both of them. Right? Okay. So now those are ready. Let me grab my paper here. It's my overstamp paper. So I don't get it all over my glass board and have to clean it all up. All right, we don't need that right now. So I'm going to just use this that I had. It's got kind of typed words all over it. If you don't have that, you could use a book page and, you know, put it down and then cut it out, cut the thing out. Like you could glue it onto here and then cut out after it was already glued. Let's see, what else could you do? You could just, any stamp could go in behind it, actually. We're just kind of creating a background, or you don't have to put any stamp behind it at all. You could put flowers behind it if you wanted. It's, you know, it's yours to do with what you want. You can do it however you want. You could put script words behind it. Most, you know, a lot of junk journalers. Excuse me. It's Monday for me, and I cannot talk today. I had a long, busy weekend. It was Mother's Day weekend, and my birthday was the day before, so I've had a busy weekend, and so I just have been doing it that way, and then I've been turning it upside down because this one is kind of at an angle, and then I've been kind of placing it like that, and then I've been just kind of trying to fill it in, and it's going to be lighter, but that's okay. I'm good with that. See how it kind of filled it in? That's that one. And then we're going to do the other one here. Let's get this done here. And you're not going to see a lot of it anyways because you're going to put the typewriter on there. So that's fine. You're just creating some interest in the background. And let's do, oops, there and there. That's good. All right. Let's just stamp this out. This page should be nice and interesting by the time I'm done with it. I'll be able to use it for something. For a background. A crazy background. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're done stamping. Let's put those away before we end up losing them. Put the lid on that before it dries up. Okay. We're done with this. We're done stamping. So slide that back where it was. Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't want to go because I've shoved other stuff under there. There we go. Okay, so now we have these two. And you can't really see. I'm just going to erase the little marks there because you can kind of see them. All right. So we have these two. So this one's going to go up here, and this one's going to go down here, right? But first, we need to cut them. So we're going to cut. Now we're only going to do one at a time, and this is kind of the tricky part of this because I want to make sure I'm getting the right one with the right one. And my scattered brain, I don't want to have to think too much about it. So I did them one at a time. And what I did was, let's see. Let's put this in here. We're going to do it like this. Just like that. And this one, we're going to, okay, when I flip it up, I make sure I put my fingers where I do not want any glue, because this can get a little bit confusing. And then we're just going to glue it around 3 sides so that we're creating a pocket. And we're going to do that. Okay, so that one goes together there. This one we're going to cut at 2 1/4 so that it's cut in half. Okay. All right. Now this one, we can go ahead and glue this one all the way in because we're not going to be putting anything up here. That's why I didn't glue this other side in, because we do need to put something up there, a definition or something. So we're going to go ahead and put that on there. And do that. And do this. There we go. Let's just get a little line right there. Okay. All right, there's that. And then I'm going to put my thumb up here so I know which one not to glue. And I'm just going to put it on the edge here. All right. And then we're going to glue that down. Okay. And when this slides in here, I want to create a very light line here real quickly, just so I know kind of where to put my definition. Now I have these really cool definitions from Carrie the Crafter. They have, I happened to purchase them. You can only buy them on, I think it's called P&M Creations. I need something that's not a really long definition or a huge one, because I've tried some and they're too big. But there's other definitions too. I've noticed if you go on Etsy, there's a lot of creators that have definitions out there. So these are ones that, oh, this one's perfect, actually, I think, that he created. But like I said, there are other creators out there. So if you don't, want to get these in particular, then you can get those. Get them, find them, make them up yourself if you want. That's totally up to you. All right, we're just gonna mark, I need it like, so there and there, it needs to come within here. All right, we're just gonna cut inside that line and right inside this line. All right, now we can erase those. All right, and we're gonna end up, let's see. We're gonna end up gluing this, I think, right there. Just right there. And if you don't, I'll show you in the other one. If you don't have definition, you can use just a word if you want. Smile, the shine of heart. There we go. And we're going to glue this up here. And this is going to stick out just a little bit, just to give it some fun. So there's that one. And this other one, let's just, we could just stamp a word if you wanted. We'll do that. We'll close this and then we'll just stamp a word. How's that? And that way you can see how to do it without doing, without using the definitions if you don't have them or you don't want to use them. All right, let's glue this. And we want to glue it so that it's just right there. So it looks like that paper's coming up out of that. There we go. And let's just get, I don't know if any of those, let me see if I can find a small little word real quick that we could use for there. Where's all the little words? Maybe I was kind of looking at this one. Let's try that one. This is just a little number, and then it says office stamp. Let's just put that there. And then we could, sorry, just trying to get the ink off of that. Let's stick this back here. Let's just stamp a number in that blank. Oops. Sorry, I'm having technical issues. Okay, where's my... Where's my stamper? There it is. All right, let's just... let's do those blank. Let's just do... Let's see what this one is. That should be all right. Okay. There we go. See? Totally different look. And we're going to distress it a little bit. I'm going to use some vintage photo and just distress around the outside of it a little bit. Just to make it a little... And I actually took this off to kind of do these little edges here. And so you could pull that out and write a little note on it. A little secret note. Nobody would ever know. Little secret tuck spot there. Stick that back in there. Anytime now. I don't know why I can't get that up. There we go. There we go. Stick that back in there. Let's sink this one a little bit. Real quick. And slide that out. And let's do that edge. And slide that back in. And this slides in and out real nice because of the, I made it smaller, the 2 inches. It doesn't fit quite as snug, which makes it way easier to work around. And there we go. So we've got more. And look, I made all these. I made a whole bunch of them. I haven't put the definitions in yet, but I mean, it's a really easy mask make. Stick these in, you know, in your ephemera container with all your little tags, and you can pull these out and stick them in a journal whenever you want. And I kind of decided to leave these blank that way I can, depending on the journal, you know, I can specialize it with, you know, the saying with that. So I don't have to worry about trying to match them up. Oh, does this go with this or whatever? Although these definitions, they go pretty much with anything, right? I really do like the definitions. And so I think they just bring something interesting. And they're in like a typewriter font, which makes them go with this. So, which is perfect, right? So, all right. That's it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you try it, please go on to Facebook, to our Facebook group, Happy Place Crafting Group, and share what you tried so that we can see it. I love to see what other people are doing and maybe get your take on it. You might have something different that, you know, you were able to get coming out of this. You could do them in colors. You could do anything. It's just kind of a cool little idea. So I hope you liked it, and you take care. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching Happy Place Crafting. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means a whole lot.